There will never come a time when I will be able to resist my emotions. You should live in such a way that there is nothing which you could not as easily tell your enemy as keep to yourself. A better attitude towards life is better than a better life, and leads to a better life. It is better to be despised for simplicity than to suffer agonies from everlasting pretense. Warriors should suffer their pain silently. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. The things you think about determine the quality of your mind. Feeling too much is a hell of a lot better than feeling nothing. If what you have seems insufficient to you, then though you possess the world, you will yet be miserable. It is not the man who has too little that is poor, but the one who hankers after more. Most adult geniuses are more playful than most children. Always resignation and acceptance, always prudence and honor, and duty. Eleanor, where is your heart? We love being mentally strong, but we hate situations that allow us to put our mental strength to good use. Some people avoid thinking deeply in public only because they are afraid of coming across as suicidal. Nothing, to my way of thinking, is a better proof of a well-ordered mind than a man's ability to stop just where he is and pass some time in his own company. We are good to others only because we think that that is, or will be, good for us. Well, when do we act like sheep? When we act for the sake of the belly, or of our sex organs, or at random, or in a filthy fashion, or without due consideration. To what level have we degenerated? Nature is content with few things, and with a very little of these. What really frightens and dismays us is not external events themselves, but the way in which we think about them. It is not things that disturb us, but our interpretation of their significance. For death, remembered, should be like a mirror, who tells us life's but breath, to trusted error. An apology is usually a disguised request for a key to the cage of guilt or regret. If you are told that such an one speaks ill of you, make no defense against what was said, but answer, he surely knew not my other faults, else he would not have mentioned these only. Like an attachment to a sparrow, we glimpse it, and it's gone. Remember, you will die, but do brave deeds and endure. Many millions of people secretly feel caged by employment, marriage, and parenthood. And why should we feel anger at the world? Well begun is half done. This is something that depends on the mind. So when one is willing to become good, goodness is in large part achieved. The first sign of a settled mind is that it can stay in one place and spend time with itself. We always put ourselves first. The fulfillment of our desires sometimes comes last. Philosophy neither rejects anyone nor chooses anyone. It shines for all. Imagine smiling after a slap in the face then think of doing it 24 hours a day. Difficulty is the foundation of growth, which is the foundation of greatness. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. Paying someone to do something on our behalf is the closest we can get to buying time. To act wise isn't to act wisely. To be everywhere is to be nowhere. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Being in a hurry gives us the illusion of doubling the length of every second. Life is not more kind or less cruel towards those who take it seriously. The passage of time is as real as the movement of an animated object. Most people usually talk faster than they think. Some children's lives begin before the end of their parents' childhood. A cup with a broken handle can still handle its task. The good and the bad occur at all times and will keep happening. We can become lost if we go with the hype of good and bad every time. Every goal or desire is a seed of an excuse to be unhappy. Some sentences take seconds to read, but take minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, or even years to understand. The first sign of a settled mind is that it can stay in one place and spend time with itself. Fools are often unable to do what needs to be done because they were doing or are doing what need not be done at that time or at all. Most people would rather have their remarks be misunderstood than be disagreed with. It is impossible to lose everything and still be alive. It is quite possible to be a good man without anyone realizing it. Forever seeking, forever moving forward, to strive, to struggle. Most people frequently waste their life, mostly in front of a screen. It is more necessary for the soul to be cured than the body, for it is better to die than to live badly. Small talk is one of the most common symptoms of small-mindedness.